Hi everybody, Honest John here. Since the protests against police abuse of people of color and systemic racism began, I've been talking about police reform. And I said that the idea of defunding the police is somewhat misguided. But a couple of days ago I watched as police in North Carolina pepper sprayed people who were peacefully marching to the polls to vote, to exercise their right as an American. They got pepper sprayed. They had done nothing. And then I saw a bunch of Trump fans harassing, threatening, trying to intimidate, and even physically attacking people while the police stood around and did nothing. And it was kind of a last straw for me. I've always, even though I've been very critical of police, I have always been a supporter of police. You can be critical of the police and still support them. And I've always said, and continue to insist, that the police are necessary. We need police. But after seeing that, I think that just reforming and retraining police just isn't enough. Some police departments are going to have to be disbanded and rebuilt with new and hopefully better people, like that police department in North Carolina. And the police union, the Fraternal Order of Police, has to be broken. Now, I'm a strong believer that workers have the right to union representation, but the Fraternal Order of Police has become a big problem and a corrupting influence. A new union has to be formed that will defend the rights of police, but maybe will be a little bit less zealous about defending the wrongs of police. An example of what's wrong with the police happened here in California. This had to do with the Sheriff's Department. Here in California we have what is called the Brady List. It is a list of sheriff's deputies in Los Angeles that have been involved in serious wrongdoing. The plaintiffs in a lawsuit against the Sheriff's Department had asked the judge to order that the Sheriff's Department turn over that list to the court. And the judge ordered them to do that. And they simply refused. The Sheriff's Department just simply refused to do it, defying the judge's court order. So the judge ruled that their failure to comply created a default judgment of $2 million awarded to the plaintiffs, which will be paid by the county. Now, I think this was the correct ruling by the judge, but I also think that the county shouldn't pay the money. It should be taken out of the Sheriff's Department budget. I think that this would be a good practice for all cities and states, that any money that is won in lawsuits come out of the police budget. That way, if a police or sheriff's department has a propensity towards abusing citizens, it would affect their budget. And if a department lost a lot of lawsuits, well, they might have to do things like cut pay to their officers. This would motivate the police to police each other and to stop looking the other way when they see their fellow officers abusing citizens and committing crimes. That won't fix everything, but it'll be a hell of a motivation for those officers So it will go a long way towards fixing things. Thanks for listening.